video is not what we originally planned.
We had a minor, actually it's a little bit more than a minor. We had a major technical issue.
The hard drive on the laptop died, taking with it all the pictures and video footage that we had for the remainder of our trip. Although
we might still be able to recover some of it. The Geek Squad was not able to at this point in time, so we'll have to leave you at the end of our trip in Fort Nelson. The next episode was supposed to be Dawson Creek and then on to Prince George.
And Dawson, maybe this is fate, because Dawson Creek is when the camera tipped over in the wind and we broke our wide-angle lens. So now we're using the long lens to do this.
No, I don't think it's fate. I think it's just expensive.
Yeah, anyways. So in the meantime, in the interim, until we can track down some more pictures and video footage that we can share with you, we are doing a little...
I've got a how-to series, and we're going to start off with...
how to operate the gas stove.
Okay. Today's how-to is basically on the operation of our Furrion oven range. Just the basic lighting and how to take care of it. This particular stove is, well, the only thing electric is the lights and the starting. I guess you could call it the flame starter. The igniter. Thank you very much, Miriam. Yeah, the igniter, the lighter for the stovetop. This is what we were told to use. Not so much for the stove top, but that was for in the oven. I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, well, the basic operation to start the oven, the stove top. This is what we were told that we could use from our walkthrough. Just start that, put it down by the burner, and there you go. Once it gets lit, you can release the button and set it to whatever temperature you want or height. And if you've got a nice blue flame, that's good. If you've got a little bit of yellow or orange in your flame, that's okay. But if you've got too much more yellow or orange than blue, that means you've either got air in your propane line or you're running out of propane shortly. So that's just one thing to look out for. And then when you can also just put this down, you've got the igniter here. So you can light the other burners just like that. You push it in, and there you go. Then you can set them to whatever temperature you like. Okay, the front one is at 8,000 BTU. The back two burners are at 6,500 BTU. And the oven is, I believe, around 7,200 BTU. So there are different temperatures you can set them at. The front one is obviously for larger pots. And that's about it for the stovetop. To do the oven, there is 12 volt. As you know, you've got the igniter here. You can just click that, and you can see the spark on all the burners. The burner down inside the oven is underneath, right at the back, and there's a light, but the light doesn't show where the burner is. I'll just use the old handy one here. This is what we were told to use. And we first got the RV. Then you hold the button in, wait till it gets to 5 seconds or so. You've got a good propane feed. And there you go. It's all fired up. Excuse me. An easier way, without using this, all I do is, since a lot of people are getting on in age, and it sometimes hurts to kneel, I push in, get it set to your prime location, and we usually count to about 20. Miriam counts a little bit longer, but she only has to click the igniter once, and I sometimes have to do it 2 or 3 times. So while I'm here, I can bend over a little bit, and I can see the reflection of the blue light in the bottom of the oven. And I get that going, and it fires up right away.
Okay.
And one thing I'd like to point out, these stoves, or the oven here, has the temperature dials on it. They're a good ballpark, but I wouldn't trust them. What I do, I've got this little temperature from the dollar store, or temperature gauge from the dollar store. That's a lot more accurate than this dial is.
Go ahead.
One habit that I've gotten into, once I light the oven, I always turn the lights on, just to make sure that it's a reminder to whoever's in the area, if we're going to bed and we turn out the lights, if the blue lights are still on, there's a good chance the oven is still on. And I always leave it on until I shut it off. And that avoids us from wasting 10 or 20 pounds of propane overnight. So that's all I had to say today. If you have any questions at all, put them in the comments down below, and I'm happy to help. If you have any questions at all on operating these ranges, stove top or the oven. Anything you'd like to say, honey?
That's all we wanted to talk about this week.
Give us a thumbs up if you like what you see.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Ring that bell for notifications. Bye-bye for now.
Hey, can you? Alright. Alrighty then. This week's video is gonna be, start that again.
Yeah, the how-to piece of information that I'm gonna give you today is on our Furrion oven range. Let's start that again.